Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?
Now, I'll come along here, okay? Everyone find a seat. Now. Woo! Yeah, we've got some familiar faces up here. Now, how this next sort of hour, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, we'll see how it goes, is going to pan out, is that we've got some amazing guests. We're going to have a little segment on each of the games. So, of course, we're going to be starting off with Overwatch. We've got some StarCraft, some Valorant. We'll be ending on the CS, where we will be doing the draws of the group live as well.
Apparently so, yes. I'm looking forward to the draw.
I know I am as well.
It's a big deal these days.
It is. They get very tense about it.
They do,
but
yeah.
Starting off with Overwatch. Now, would you two like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Ash. Hi. I'm co-owner of
Exoblivione.
Hello. My name's Ash. I'm co-owner of Exoblivione, and I'm obviously here as well to expectate my team to win. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes.
Hello, my name is Horrocks. I've been an Overwatch player for close to around about 6 years now. Mostly been in retirement for the past 2 years, but I like to come out of retirement for events like this because they're too good to miss.
Love
Absolutely.
That.
Have you guys traveled far to be here today then, or is it
Yeah, I went down south about an hour from where I live to pick up one of my teammates, and then we drove up 3 hours. We got stuck in traffic for another hour or so. So, yeah, and we spent 20 minutes trying to look for some Krispy Kreme donuts to celebrate, but we ended up not finding them, sadly. So, we're now here.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yes.
That's what I like.
Did you get them? That's the real question. Did you get them?
Oh,
that's a shame. We'll
Tomorrow.
Well, I'm from Manchester, so I had to drive for about three and a half hours to get here, but I was driven by my teammate Nevix, thankfully. A lot of people like to call out his driving, but he was actually a good driver on the way down today.
We got here in one piece. That's what matters.
We got here in one piece, yeah.
And God, what about yourself?
Well, I came up from Plymouth, you see.
Oh God, that's a bit of a
So
trek.
it's a little bit of a track, yeah. But I came up on Wednesday, so I've been here.
Yeah, you've been here for a while already.
I know. It's tiring already. I'm tired.
Right.
Yeah.
So getting on to Overwatch then. So of course, Overwatch had a little bit of an appearance, Overwatch 1 at least in 2017, where it ran for, I do believe, 3 events, Gumpster.
It was 3 events in 2017, yeah. So
and then unfortunately due to some issues
unfortunate
at
Blizzard reasons.
Blizzard reasons that
You know,
we
Blizzard
cannot
just came in and
specify.
went, ooh, we can't do that anymore.
Can't do that.
So,
but it is back again. Are you guys excited to be here?
Yeah, definitely. Super excited to finally be able to participate in a LAN obviously again, and just get out there with the teammates. It's a lot of fun to meet everyone that you see online and speak to online all the time. To finally be there in person with everyone, it's a completely different feeling, especially playing on the LAN with them.
Yeah. Well, what I'm especially looking forward to is, of course, we're talking about Overwatch at the moment, but any other LAN I've been to in the past, it's mostly just been for Overwatch. When I'm coming here to Epic LAN, I'm here to see every game that's going on at the moment. I've got friends and old teammates from all sorts of games. I used to dabble in a bit of Valorant myself, so I've got a few friends from Valorant coming down, and I've got a few friends playing in the CSGO tournament this weekend as well. Shout out to Ben.
You've spur my curiosity. So, who out here is from the Overwatch community? Anyone here for Overwatch? Woo! Couple people. Are StarCrafters? StarCraft 2?
Oh,
Little quiet,
they're not even
little quiet.
here.
Not yet. Valorant. And so this will be the good one. Who is here for CS? There we go. Unfortunately, a little bit of
That's
the wrong
my
country.
community there.
You're not allowed to show favoritism just
No,
yet.
I'm not, but you know, everyone's
So,
a favourite to me.
Getting into the sort of nitty gritty, we said that Overwatch 1 was what was played in 2017. We're now on Overwatch 2. How do you both feel 2 compares to 1 in terms of difference in competitiveness?
I think you're most qualified to answer this question. As somebody who's been retired for a while, I think you're the best.
Well, I mean, obviously the standard, we started off with 6 players, now we're obviously going down to 5. Having 2 tanks previously, now experiencing the five players and only having 1 tank, it's a lot less cluttered, it feels like. It feels very, very streamlined, very, very nice. It feels like...
Go on, turn it up, Hayden.
Feels like technical prowess can show a lot more in Overwatch 2, and it rewards good players quite a lot more. So I feel like that's a very, very big change that I think has benefited quite a lot. And obviously having a lot less flexibility in what you can play as well, I feel like has had quite a bit of an impact on what metas have been.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to steal that mic from you because Hayden has broken a microphone, so you two are going to have to share that one, unfortunately.
Love that.
This is beautiful, this picturesque moment here.
Hashtag production
I'll try not
values.
break that one. It's fine, it'll be fixed by the Overwatch finals, hopefully. Now, thoughts on this coming back to EPIC and having another LAN sort of in the roster for the year?
I think this is Horrick's question to
Yeah.
answer, really, because you and me have, sat here and talked about it for a long time now.
Yeah, well, the reason why I wanted Overwatch to be at Epic so badly is because over the past few years, especially during the production of Overwatch 2, Overwatch has essentially fallen off through the past couple of years. And now that Overwatch 2 is out, I think that we really have an opportunity to get local events back, especially now the Overwatch League is dead. Yeah.
Completely
dead.
Live on in our hearts.
Yeah.
So going back to what you were talking about earlier, just Blizzard stopping these third-party events from happening.
It's now come back.
They are coming back and in force, and I think Epic LAN is the perfect opportunity to spring them up this for the Overwatch community.
Definitely, and there's been quite a calibre of players who have crossed over to Overwatch in our previous Overwatch iterations, where we had players from Dota 2 and what was the other? There was a StarCraft player who also went over to Overwatch.
Yes, there's one StarCraft.
They both
Dota 2.
won titles in Overwatch, so hopefully we'll see a few players maybe cross over from the other scenes as well, just to win titles in Overwatch 2.
Yeah, Overwatch is definitely a game about everything. I think if you're good mechanically, let's say you're a CSGO or a Valorant player, you can definitely shine on these hit-scan mechanical heroes. However, if you are more of the MOBA player, you're more of a strategic player, there's nothing holding you back from getting a rank just as high as the other players and being able to achieve just as much as the other players. I've never been the greatest mechanically or strategically, but people manage to pull it off in different ways in different scenarios. Exactly. I think that's why Overwatch is so great.
I agree, I like that. Yeah, we've got some Horrocks fans in the crowd there. Now,
Horrocks has got his fan club out.
Now, what you've seen of, the UK scene, European scene, I know you've branched out a little bit more internationally now. How does the UK compare?
Well, so far we started off with our European trials where we did massive open trials and we landed on a roster finally. We're actually going to post our roster reveal sometime soon on our Twitter. But generally, in comparison, I feel like because there's a lot more money internationally in comparison to how it is in Europe, there's a lot more motivation to improve when it comes to people in NA. And I feel like the standard is very different, where the players have a lot different of a mentality. You've got a different mindset, how they behave, how they act, how they play the game. You've got different metas, even stuff like that, depending on just the region. And it's such a nice thing to see, especially because you have the massive selection of heroes that you can pick. You've got so many variations of comps that you can play, different style of players, different mentalities, all this kind of stuff. And it really shows, especially staying up to middle of the night, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., watching some NA scrims in comparison to EU. It's also very nice, very refreshing to see sort of new voices, new people talking, new people getting into it. And they might be veterans of their scene, but they're brand new to me because obviously I'm from EU, so I haven't really got too much experience. I feel like it's a very freeing experience to see a lot more and experience a lot more. It's like traveling internationally, but it's online basically.
I like it.
It's very nice. It's very nice.
So my next question is, Gump, would you like to explain the format of Overwatch for those that may not necessarily be familiar? The format of how it's going to play out at Epic Land, at least EPIC40.
Well, no. This is an interesting question because unfortunately there is only 4 teams. There is only so much we can do with 4 teams. So I think what we're doing is in the group stage they're going to play every mode of the actual game that's possible, and then that'll decide who wins the matches, and then they'll go into a double elimination bracket with 4 teams. So basically the group will it will seed the teams in the way they should be, and then they'll move into a double elim, and then we'll get to the final at 6:30 on Saturday evening.
Awesome. And how do you both feel about that sort of format?
I think that this format does our team a lot of favours because I think, especially right now with the Overwatch circuit at the moment, there's not necessarily a lot of tournaments going on. Like we were saying earlier, Overwatch League is dead, so there's not really much going on. Doesn't really make a lot of sense for people to be in long-term teams at the moment. So I think this format does our team especially a lot of favours because our team is quite literally a mix of friends. This format is just going to give us another day tomorrow to get used, just in general, to get used to playing with each other for an extra day before we get into the double elimination bracket.
Well, the double elimination part of the bracket is going to be the business end of the tournament, really. It's
It is.
do or die for some of your teams. Who's your team that you're most fearing?
Ash's team, Tread,
Tread
Pitbull,
gaming, yeah.
whatever you want to call them. Tread, Pitbull, EXO, whatever you want to call them, definitely.
You're not fearing the university team then?
Well, I play in Newell and NSE quite a lot myself. Yeah. I think that Warwick definitely deserve a lot of respect. There are genuinely so many good Newell and NSE teams from the university scene. I'm not just talking about Overwatch here, I'm talking about Valorant, CSGO. There are genuinely so many good university esports teams.
We've got a few on show this weekend.
Definitely,
Yeah.
and for Warwick to come out on top consistently in Overwatch season by season, it just shows how good they are. And I've been telling my team, make sure you give Warwick some respect, because if we don't concentrate as much, we can definitely end up losing to them. Ooh. I just think with this extra day, I don't think there are any excuses.
Definitely. No excuses there.
No.
Any further questions from you, Gum? Or shall we let our wonderful guests go and enjoy the evening?
I think I'm done, but you know, I
Is
think
there any last words you guys want to
Yeah.
say? Well, we'll give you the floor for a second.
Just looking forward to having a brilliant weekend with everybody. I'm just mostly looking forward to having this wristband that says I'm over 18.
It's a really snazzy wristband, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm over 18. Get me to the pub, essentially.
Right, so what I'll do is I will steal one mic off of you, Gump will steal the other, and we will let you guys go. You can go via the steps at the back, the steps at the front, we'll let you pick. What are you feeling? Do you want dramatic exit?
Dramatic exit.
Right. Now,
Thank you, guys.
I believe we have Valorant waiting in the wing.
We do. King Haz is going to come and
King
join us
Haz.
from Valorant,
Dramatic entrance, I'm hoping.
if I can see him.
Oh, he's coming, okay.
He is coming.
Oh, there we go!
Woo!
Oh,
Oh! Friends.
good, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's your
All
microphone.
right.
How we doing?
So, do you two want to introduce yourselves?
After you, mate. I'm Rewan, Karen. Your fucking mic's not working.
Use the other, let's use this mic.
There you go, mate.
I will steal this.
Hello. Rewind or Karen is.
Sounds like there's a lot of support in the crowd.
Yeah?
And
Yeah.
do you know who those people might be?
No, I can't see. Oh,
It's
there's a
quite
light.
bright.
Lights
Yeah,
are
I
very
can't
bright.
see
There's a
anything. I'm not
blinding
gonna
light
lie.
right there.
Oh, it's Taz. Oh. Hey. Yeah.
So yeah.
Hello, I'm Henry Kinghas from Vex Gaming.
Vex Gaming.
Vex Gaming,
Can you-
one of the big teams, yeah.
Before you start with the big important questions, can we just ask how you got picked up by Vex Gaming again? Because let's be honest.
I haven't heard this story actually.
Let's
I'm
be
now- I'm
honest.
now intrigued.
You got picked up originally, right? And then you kind of, I don't know what happened after that.
So the team kind of like fell apart because other people had like different offers. We had a second roster which wasn't as successful as the first one. I think it's fair to say.
Yep.
But I'm back with a fresh new roster, more of a development opportunity for younger players in the scene. It's good. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Good. I mean,
Brilliant stuff.
you know, Vex is a big organisation to be repping, and you've always been the face of Vex from a Valorant perspective, you know.
Yeah.
What can I say? You know, pretty face. What can I say?
Pretty face.
Now,
So,
I'll just find the right.
Oh,
So many little note cards here.
oh, you gotta get your
Right.
cue
Fluing
cards
off up
right.
here. Like
So-
these lights,
I know, right? They
I know
are.
it's difficult to
they're not doing me wonders. I'll be honest. I'm sweating. I'll be honest.
Well, we will try not to keep you guys for too
Thank you.
long.
I appreciate that. I'm sure you
So-
do as well.
Any teams and players for people to keep an eye on? Anyone that maybe you're particularly scared to go up against?
Oh, of course. The one that springs to mind is Pavlovsky from Control. The guy he's a phenom. Last Epic, he was the highest rated jet of the entire event. The guy is an absolute mechanical warlord. Another one that I'd look out for, that Lear guy's all right. He's not bad from what I've heard. Don't know him personally. No, I've heard he's a bit small, but I've heard he's pretty decent at shooting people in the server. So probably look out for him as well. From Scal, probably Sid. That guy's incredible from what I've heard. I heard he reached Immortal once, so good on him.
Only once?
Yeah, only once.
Oh.
I don't know. What about you, Kieran?
Okay. I think Housley on Skull. Yeah, final boss on that.
We like him.
Yeah, we like him. Who else? Oh, Kurt, maybe. You know.
Kurt, yeah, we like Kurt. Yeah, last minute submission. Yeah.
That was the last minute
Yeah, very
submission.
last
They
minute.
Yeah,
literally
very last
paid
minute.
up. They paid up at like 5 o'clock tonight.
Oh, is this
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
seat that I heard about that got
Yeah.
nabbed to run the UK CSGO's journalism desk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fuming.
Little bit
Fuming.
biting back at the CS community there, maybe.
Yeah,
A
well.
little bit, yeah.
Just a
CS2
tiny
is just a copy of Valorant, from what I heard.
bit. Whoa. We're not here for controversy.
Like, don't baby guys. Like, come on now. Let's not be silly.
That was not scripted.
No, it isn't actually. You
So-
should know this by now. I don't script any of these shows.
We've been playing Valorant for quite a few Epic lands now.
Yeah.
How do you think the changing map pools, the new agents coming in, has affected sort of the competitiveness of the game?
God. Not really.
Mate, you're a coach.
I'm a coach. Doesn't mean anything. I sit there and.
Shouldn't coaches know like the meta of the game?
I mean, I think it's better than what it used to be, like, because you don't have broken jet.
Yeah, Broken Jet and Broken Chain they're a bit of a problem for the game. They seem to be a bit reeled in, but I think Chamber's making a bit of a resurgence now. Jets are not as great. The new map pool's quite nice. Don't mind it personally. Always hated Icebox, like rubbish map.
was
New
never a
Breeze is a
fan.
bit rubbish, but we like it on Vexed, so I can't really complain. What is the other map? Sunset. Yeah, it's a bit average. Like
That's fair.
it's just a very cookie cutter FPS map. So I think anyone here can play it. It's gonna be one to look out for.
Is
that's
that
for sure.
like kind of the Dust 2 of
I
Valorant
wouldn't.
then?
I would say a sense that does 2 of Valorant because
Yeah, I agree with that.
everyone plays that map. Well, yeah, exactly. Like nothing changes on that map. With Sunset, it's still a bit new, so I think it's more like a Vertigo, a cult classic, some would call it. We do like a Vertigo.
Right. I'm going to ask you guys one final question before I let you get going, because of course these lights they are very hot. Right. One sort of figure, one sort of person, maybe one team that you don't think gets enough attention. That you'd really like to highlight, that's maybe not one of the big flashy names that we talk about a lot, but you think deserves that little bit of a spotlight.
Oh, God.
I hear your
God,
displeasure.
who's even here? Yeah, K10. Very good org. K10 and Control are probably like the 2 orgs that are like the UK scene that are like the best in my opinion.
That was personal.
Okay.
That one was personal.
All right there, buddy. Okay.
Yourself?
For me, Sogbox. We do love the Sogbox.
They're in your group as well.
They're in our group. I'm petrified of them, honestly. Samuel Stem, that guy is a menace. Shouldn't be allowed in the building, but he was allowed in the building. But he's pretty good in the server, so can't really complain about that. It's just a shame that they've got Ego Peak weighing them down. So
no.
yeah, I know it's unfortunate, but like they deserve their seeding. They deserve to be higher than the MCRP lot. Like, you know, I think it'll be pretty nice.
Do you think it's going to be a close tournament?
Yeah.
Are we gonna see the 10 overtimes that we saw from EPIC40?
God, please no. The casters can't handle 10 overtimes.
Yeah, I was going to say I think the casters might lose their voice if they do that. I reckon there's definitely some scope for it. I think Control will probably just walk it all though. I don't know about you, Kieran, but do you think Control will walk it all?
Yeah.
Not a doubt in his mind. That is a confident man.
And do you guys have any sort of closing remarks then?
Hashtag SogWin.
Okay.
Not even your own team.
Oh yeah, and hashtag feeling vexed, but everyone knows that one. Come on now. Don't be silly, Gumpster.
Sorry.
Come on now. Not faffing about anymore.
No.
Go on, Kieran.
Shout out MCRP.
Shout out MCRP. Shout out MCRP. Well done. Oh, also shout Darb and Gina Bina. They couldn't be here with us today. Darb broke his ankle, so he couldn't actually leave his room. So
That's just terrible. How
yeah,
did he break his
Gina's in Wales, so it's just my condolences really. How did he break his ankle? I'm not sure. He never told us. Probably some skiing accident, I would guess.
Right.
I feel it.
Yeah, he's a poor guy. Like I feel bad for him.
I'm gonna let you guys go before this gets too much out of hand. So I will steal that back off
Thank you very much. Thanks.
Now you can exit dramatically off the front, out the back, your choice. Unfortunately, there's no exit music. But
There's no exit music. No.
oh no, we do have exit music.
Oh, we do have exit music.
Right. So, we are waiting for the StarCraft casters to arrive. So
Is that Exo Lightning? Is he around
Exo
somewhere?
Lightning. It is Exo Lightning and Savage.
Wow.
They are just on their way.
Shall I
what
go
we're gonna
find
do-
them?
No, because I've got some questions for you.
Oh no, you've got questions for me.
I've got questions for you. A little bit about the behind the scenes of League Ops.
Behind the scenes of League
How does
Ops.
the seeding work? Talk me through what you guys over at League Ops do, because I feel like you guys seldom get the sort of recognition that you deserve.
Right. So what in terms of like seeding teams and
Yeah, talk me through the process, the sort of conversations that go on.
it's quite a lengthy process. So usually like Finn will build from a CS perspective, Finn builds his document and he bases that on his UK CS database, which was
It is a
built
fabulous
originally by Maru back in the day, then was taken on by Geo for a bit, and now Finn's got it in his hands and has expanded on that. So the seedings are all kind of just simple, really. Comes from a ranking within that UK CS database, and then all of a sudden we put those seedings, we put all that information into one document, and it goes out to our seeding panelists that then review the seeding panelists.
Cool.
Hello, I've got some music here.
So do I, and I was not aware that this music was going to be.
I felt like there was a Benny Hill theme going to come on.
I feel like production's mocking us a little bit.
They might well be, yeah. So, yeah, so
Sorry, production's just come in with an even more important question.
what's that?
Where did the name Gumpster come from?
Came from my last name.
Is that it?
Yeah, it did actually.
So
Basically, I was called Gumball at school.
Okay.
So now I'm called Gumpster because my last name is Gumbleton.
Where did the stir come from?
It was just something cool back then. Well, stir, you know, Gumpster, you know.
Okay, that's fair. That's
No?
fair. That's fair.
Gumball, Gumpster, that kind of thing, you know.
Right.
Have we got the guests yet, or shall I search for them?
We do. We have the StarCraft guest. Should be arriving
Hello?
any second now. It's where they come from. That's the real question.
Wow. I'd like to see them come from behind there.
Oh,
Wait, we got StarCraft 2 representation here.
we do.
Woo!
Some StarCraft 2 representation. I'm a little too short for this. I can't really touch the ground and move myself.
You need to get put in a grow
Right.
bag.
This is for the two of you to share.
Very much. We're used to sharing.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
This doesn't
Maybe
look
those
like
of you
Savage, by the way.
I
I've
might
been
have been
upstaged here.
I
Well,
got lied to by your document, Gumster. So
I know.
Would
What's
you like to
happening?
introduce
Savage is an
yourself?
old name. It's an old name.
It's an old
It's just
name.
Sam these days.
Oh,
now I've got
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
But this is EXO. I'll let him.
Hello, I'm EXO. Thank you very much for introducing me, Sam. Sam has been rated the most handsome member of Red Dragons, the StarCraft team, as of somebody earlier today.
Oh, very nice.
Was that a vote? Was it?
No, that was a one-person declaration.
Okay.
And they're sticking by it, yeah? So, yeah.
Who said it?
It was Ren. Our boy
Ren.
Yes.
Ren. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Ren.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like we're gonna have to test that theory. by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
We're
don't-
gonna have to put you in a panel of people.
Let me tell you that Ren would be very happy to test it.
Yeah?
Sam, not so much.
So,
Yes.
StarCraft has been kicking around since Epic 11.
The Dawn
where-
Age.
Yeah.
You know?
The
The Dark Ages
The
of
Dark
Epic
Ages
Land.
of Epic Land. Epic 11, it started with 20 players. Of course, you've got 33 competing in this tournament.
We're
How
32
has-
now, because
Oh,
one's dropped out.
32,
unfortunately.
that's 32.
Still counts.
Still counts.
Counts,
Still
okay.
counts, 33.
33 people signed up. Now, how has StarCraft and sort of the community here changed over the years?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't expect anything like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't expect the heavy hitting
No,
job.
I didn't. I didn't. Is this Parky? Is this what's going on? Sure.
Okay, let me tell you how it started and
Oh,
how
okay.
it's how.
Buckle up.
At one point, there were no Protossers involved.
Okay.
All right, and then we did a big rally community. I was one of the Protossers that got recruited into coming to Epic Land and representing the cause. And now we're back to having no Protossers again. It's
Yeah.
great. Actually, we've got a handful of
Full
Protossers.
circle here, really.
We've got,
Yeah.
full circle.
Actually, the most consistent thing to remember is that Zerg has started dominant, and it remains dominant to this day in terms of
That's a
tournament.
Blizzard thing, isn't it?
That's a bit of a Blizzard thing.
Yeah, they love Zerg.
We've already had this discussion. We're not talking about balance, okay?
Yeah, we're not talking about that. The game's
That
a
doesn't
great
exist.
So moving on then. The weirdest and funniest things that you guys have seen at LAN from the StarCraft community.
Well, I've got a few.
You'll get your turn
I
in
mean,
a second, Gus.
it's a bit weird that everyone kind of gets on quite well, despite the fact that we're trying to beat each other every LAN. We're all good friends. We've been to so many LANs at this point that it's good to catch up with old friends. But that's kind of weird, I guess, competing against your mates.
I like. There's been a few interesting ones. There was one where Iger, who's not at this one actually, at a random Epic Land, he just played. No, he didn't even play this guy on ladder. There was another random GM called Fian, and he just messaged. And we were all sitting around. We were like, message him noob. So we messaged him calling him a noob. And everyone just laughed about it. And then I met Fian at a Home Story Cup, and he remembers it. So I don't know, that was an interesting one. And then, but Fian hasn't come over yet. We need to get him over.
Okay, we're working it, we're working it.
Yeah, that's as good as it gets. Man.
That's StarCraft 2 in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when StarCraft 2, when we were upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
StarCraft
is
2.
still an upstairs.
Yeah,
and
there is.
StarCraft production is the only
Only bit
production
upstairs,
That
that
is
is.
yeah.
upstairs, yeah.
But when we were upstairs, we had a clan room that was gone available, right? And the StarCraft 2 community got shunted into one of those clan rooms. And I just remember going in there one day, and it was absolute carnage all over the place. I've never seen so much carnage. Like there was actual mini fridge in there.
Oh,
drinks.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to beat the allegations here. That was not one of ours. We
Not one of
deny
ours, yeah?
We deny this, all right?
But I just remember,
Yeah.
how much carnage was in that room.
Yeah.
It was disgraceful, really. StarCraft 2. I don't know why they were there.
It was in my onboarding to Epic LAN, actually. So I sat down with Sarah, who isn't really working anymore for Epic LAN, and she was talking. She was like, by the way, if you see any of the StarCraft 2 players just trying to sleep in the aisles or sleeping in the way of the fire exits,
Yeah, the fire
where did
exits
that
are the
come
one.
from?
Okay.
Fair Isle, fire exits, StarCraft players.
here's
They were my
another-
iconic duo.
Here's another little story about this, where I got caught trying to sleep in the thing. I wasn't trying to sleep.
Oh.
So I got an air mattress, but it had a hole in it. So it kept deflating, so I had to keep coming up every 2 hours to fill it up in the thingy. And who lent me that air mattress?
That was the quality air mattress. Okay. It was working before you got it. It was working before you had it. That's all I can say.
Okay, yeah. How long has it been in your boot?
Well, but during COVID.
Yeah, okay. It's been a while.
So, what does the future of StarCraft 2 hold in general, here at Epic Land, and for yourselves?
Because let's be honest, it's a dead game, yeah?
Yeah,
Whoa,
We've said it for 11 years and it's still here.
I'm uninstalling the minute I'm out of the tournament. That's the truth. It is a bitch of a game. So what does the future hold? Hopefully not too much, honestly, because we've got other RTSs coming up. And hopefully they're good enough to take the mantle. If not, then we're going to be stuck here again playing StarCraft.
And but just to give a more positive outlet, we still get fresh blood coming through. Like one of our best upcoming Zerg players is quite young. There's some fresh blood into the scene. He was the one who won the last Epic LAN.
38, yeah.
Yeah. So like I say, there is still some hope and some sort of things now. But yeah, I think us as a community, we're all looking very closely at Stormgate, at Zero Space, at a few of these other RTS games that are coming up to sort of see what's going to take over, and hopefully we'll sort of all agree that there is something to go to. But otherwise, Street Fighter, that's fine.
Right.
Now, there is a question
Go on.
that needs addressing.
Oh no.
Okay.
Risky has 11 titles. He's the most
true.
decorated player in Epic Land's history, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's going to beat him this land?
Eba.
Is that your bid, sort of bid to win the whole thing, or?
I believe in my boy Eba.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm voting for Eba this time around. I think technically we seeded Risky first. He is like overall the highest. He's had higher MR, and obviously he's more decorated here. But I'm looking for the upset.
Even though he's like retired as well. He's a retired player.
We've seen
now.
a couple of people coming out of retirement.
Yeah,
for this event.
definitely, yeah.
Listen, the TSI boys come out of retirement every single LAN, all right? they never play the game.
Here we go again.
Apparently.
But yeah.
Oh, there's actually a few contenders. Obviously, Eba and Risky are the obvious favourites. Raz is still here. He's won 3 Epic Lands, I think.
3.
He's a crowd favourite from what I've heard.
He is, yeah.
He's a nice guy. We've got Zane, his brother here, hasn't won an Epic LAN, but has tried his best. And
he's a regular top 4 contender.
Yeah,
basically.
he is.
And we've also got 3, or is it just 4th?
Just top 4,
Just
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever made a finals or anything. No,
he's definitely top 4. Like I'm pretty sure it was like 3 in a row I had on the document.
And we've also got Figaro as well, who's very good and practicing a bit, from what I heard, although he will deny that. But he's also very good. He's a Zerg player as well, so gives them a chance. Clad as well, although I'm not sure how his wrists are holding up. Yeah, so there's a few contenders, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at the... obviously, I did all the MMR searching for Matsku, and this is like one of the more stacked lands we've had.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of like skill level between the top 8 to 16 players. It's ridiculously close.
There's probably 500 MMR between like 1st and 6th.
Yeah.
So all of those guys can take games off each other. Whether you can win a series against Ebo or Risky is another story, but it's definitely close.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have any sort of final remarks, anything you want to say to StarCraft community, to everyone at Epic Land? Any final words?
It's great to see everyone, and thanks for coming.
Woo! And to everyone who couldn't make it, I know a few of our boys wanted to get down here but couldn't. We love you all. We miss you. Get to the next one.
Get to the next one. That's the spirit, right?
Exactly.
Now, would you guys like to exit off the back, off the front? I believe we have dramatic exit music as well now.
Do we?
It happened last time.
We'll walk out the front.
I will steal that back off you. Right.
Affinity, who's next up?
I don't know.
Is it Duck?
I don't know what game we could possibly be missing.
What game are we missing? Is it one that has Counter-Strike?
It might be one that has Counter-Strike. I don't know if we have our people backstage yet, so we're going to ramble for a little bit.
A production on it?
Production.
Who said I'll do it?
We don't know who they are. Who wants to do it?
Yeah, go on. Retro wants to do
Retro,
it.
get up here. We know you can handle the mic. And then I believe Doc was joining us up. I was meant to be organising that.
Oh no!
We'll just keep stacking people if people want to
come. It is very bright up here, yeah.
Oh. No, you're fine,
K10.
Right. Right, there is the microphone for the two of you to share. You probably need no introduction, but go ahead anyway.
I'm Retro Ryan, Counter-Strike caster for 3 and a bit years.
Yeah, hello, I'm Adam JC, major winner from 2022, but yeah, here representing K10. Yeah.
Great. It is brilliant to have you up here. It has been a little bit put together, of course, this last minute sort of segment that we've done up here. Don't worry, the questions aren't probably going to be too deep, but how excited are you for LAN, just generally? You've got a good team, fantasy. How's it been going in the run-up to this?
I think it's pretty cool. It's always nice to have Finn around. Obviously, he's done a lot of the back-end work with the fantasy with Flynn, and it's awesome to see that even after this long, I know it's a new game, and obviously it's going to drum up more interest. The fact that we have 32 teams here is pretty sick. And a lot of like similar skill levels as well. Like obviously both of us did the seed in Adam, and there's a lot of teams that are like quite tightly knit, sort of pot 3 to pot 6. I feel like there's a lot of decent teams.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely a competitive LAN in terms of the fact that anyone can be anyone because it's like so close together. Like it's so new as well, but like obviously the obvious favorites are Raptors. They're coming into it, ESL Prem champs and stuff. So yeah, definitely be interesting. I think CS2 being such a raw game, I think it'll be so interesting to see what happens. But yeah.
What are your biggest fears of the new game? So, because like we've just seen, and this is obviously big news that's just happened today. Simple's been benched from Na'Vi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been on Twitter all day.
Eh?
I have not been on Twitter all day.
Oh well, if you didn't know, you know now. Okay. But Simple's been benched from Na'Vi, obviously citing some kind of personal. But most people would read between the lines and think that's because CS2 is not quite up to what Simple wants right now. So what's your biggest fears from the new game itself? Because this is brand new territory for us.
Yeah, I think for me, like the whole server thing with like sub-tick system and stuff, I think everyone can share the same frustration that it's, you know, you go from like playing Go on 128 tick and stuff, and then you head into 2 and it's like sub-tick doesn't quite work, it doesn't feel quite right, Faceit servers don't feel the same. Like I think once that teething issue is sorted, and I think for us at least we'll learn a lot this LAN, if like LAN servers are like actual LAN servers and it feels better, I think that's when I can have a fair judgment. But right now at least, like online Counter-Strike feels, I don't know, for me at least, a little bit worse.
I think my biggest fear is probably someone running at me with a Mac 10 and just triple dinking me and just get XM and XM and Nova.
The P90 is lethal at
the
the moment
P90 as well, yeah. So that's actually my biggest fear. But in terms of the actual CS2, I think like the game obviously has its teething issues, and like AWPing is very difficult. So like buy 5 Mac 10s and just rush Vega Squadron style and just see what happens. But yeah, no, it should definitely be interesting. And I think what Ryan talked about the servers, I think the pros in Sydney said that it was night and day the difference between LAN and online. So we'll see what happens here now in Kettering.
Nice. Now, how do you guys feel that sort of CS at Epic LAN has changed over the years?
Well, obviously it's a new game, so it's definitely a big change. Yeah,
in terms of like the community.
Yeah, the community definitely I think has changed a lot. There's like not so many like familiar faces anymore. I think it's definitely the new breed is coming in and showing what's happening. I mean, you have like the team Link and Astro and Soulcast coming back. I think that's super interesting, and they were actually like a bit before my time. And
yeah,
like,
Link's one of 3 players that has won both a CS and Valorant title, I believe, and he's back playing CS this time. So
yeah,
that's
he wants
a scary
to come
prospect.
back and compete for big CS titles, you know.
Yeah, definitely, and I think like, yeah, just so many like new faces coming through, and I think it's given a chance for people to shine and like become like the next generation, I guess, in terms of this UK CS community and Irish CS and everything.
I mean, I think the biggest surprise of a team that's here this event is there's a Chinese university team who have been ripping up the university scene.
I think Dweg is in the crowd. I play with Josh. We played the UK IC quali, and we had to play against them in like the penultimate round of the day. And we got absolutely farmed. Like they are unbelievably good. Like they are insane. So it'd be exciting to see them. And I think to build on like Adam's point is like we're always seeing new faces, and especially with the new game, and I think it helps a lot that obviously ESL Prem, well, did exist, but we have like ESL Prem, obviously the fact that ITB went to the major, we had like a lot of UK blood, I feel like at the top, and I feel like people are now starting to realise that maybe the UK scene is something bigger than just the meme, that it's always kind of like seemed to be in Europe and the world.
Some of us have been here too long, bro.
Yeah.
I remember the UK scene being on top for a while in Source.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I mean, I can't
that's
speak
back
to
in my
that.
day.
Yeah, I was going to say,
my
we're
day.
going back there.
I don't think I was even born
yeah.
then, so.
You know, back in the rattlesnake days, you know,
Yeah.
they were the days. They were the days for the UK scene. But yeah, it is nice to see some of the
it's awesome.
sort of big names come back up, like ITB and like even Ash from a Gamer Legion perspective as a coach.
The Viperia guys for the RMR as well. I think that's that's like the biggest story for me. Is obviously ITB going top 8 is phenomenal, but like the fact that such a like local team of like just Irish and UK players, and they just like storm this qualifier, take everyone down, go to the RMR. I know the RMR result probably wasn't what they wanted, but
they still did the country
yeah, I mean,
proud.
they got what double OT against who was it? Fnatic opening game. Yeah, took a map off Sprout. So I think like we're starting to see that actually there is a voice behind this like meme, and yeah, it's always nice to obviously see old faces, new faces, everything in between. And obviously this LAN kind of speaks to it, as there's so many close teams in terms of like ELO and obviously like Finn's ranking system and stuff as well.
Now, who do you think is a little bit of an underrated team, maybe a scary underdog team that hasn't really got the mainstream attention that you might think? A team that you're looking at going, I'm a little bit worried about being put in a group with them.
Don't know about you, but I'd say they've been men.
Oh.
No, I think, as you said, like the Chinese team's insane, and I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, they've gone to a LAN, or maybe the second. I'm not too sure, but they might have played a Vice series or something. But other than that, like definitely them. Obviously, you boys are playing a game, which is always cool to see, and like to rank up against Arctic Raptors, who are, or Raptors now, who are ESL Prem winners and stuff like that. Like, I think this LAN is not only a new game, but it's time to like gauge where everyone is in the UK scene and sort of everything in between.
Yeah. I mean, there's just like a lot of mixes this LAN, which makes it like super uncomfortable for like teams such as like K10 and Raptors. I think like it just makes the game a bit more unpredictable, and it means that like our style of CS won't exactly match up, and like we could be more predictable because we are in that team environment. But we just have to make sure that we have to keep ourselves unpredictable and make sure that these mixes can't take us down. So.
Absolutely. Now, what is the weirdest thing you've seen at your times at Epic LAN? Because you guys must have seen some stuff.
Well,
like,
yeah.
There's some stories. I feel like there's some stories you can't. That's appropriate for Twitch.
I don't think anything's stream friendly, to be honest. I don't know about you, Adam.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was at Epic, but there was one LAN where Little Westy was on a leash, but but listen, we won't talk about that, okay? But yeah, I don't think there's anything safe for work that's allowed to be said.
I think that's quite telling in and of itself. But I think we're about ready to do the group draws. I've got production
UKCS scene know how
yelling
to
in my
party.
ear, and that's what everyone's here. Is that what everyone's here for? The group draws?
They're all for the draw, aren't they? They're here for the draw.
They're here for the draw.
So, who's is Finn behind the stage?
I don't know who's but
Oh, is he
Finn's
there?
there.
Hi, Finn.
So I believe that the way this is going to work is that we are presented with a wheel with 4 teams on. Now we draw
a
in
wheel.
A wheel.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, you know.
Are they going to wheel it out from the back?
No, unfortunately, it's just going to be on the screen.
Oh,
I'll work on it for next time.
Yeah.
The screens are frozen, I believe. But oh, there we go. So what we're going to be doing is we'll spin the wheel.
Interesting.
Whoever is drawn first will be in Group A. Whoever is drawn second, Group B. Third, Group C. And then last, Group D. I will be trying to keep up with writing this. I hope that I've got backup on this one. But are we ready to spin the wheel?
Spin the wheel.
Should we spin the wheel?
I think we should spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. So, Group A, we have Hufflepals. Right.
You were nearly in Group A there, nearly.
Right.
So that's Synergy, Dutchy, Moz,
Right.
Whiffin, and Dombox. They go.
Right. Spin number 2. This is for Group B.
Yeah, we got the tunes.
It's
Group
K10,
B,
isn't it? It's K10.
K10.
Yay.
Lots of cheering. Right, we're going to go straight on to the next one. Group C.
Is that my owner that just said?
We have Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish, LVN,
And that leaves
YZO.
Raptors. We'll spin it anyway.
We're
why
spinning the
not?
wheel.
Whoa, not sure about that one.
Yeah.
Right, so that is Pool A. Right, we should have Pool B coming up very soon.
Look at this.
Right.
Oh my
We've got to get some
All
pace
right.
on the productions. Right,
Yeah.
let's spin it. Let's just keep going. But
Spinning the wheel. So the first team
Group
goes
A,
into Group
we
A.
have Granny's Knockers, but good, I'm assuming that's
Yeah,
safe.
yeah, 100%. There's no way M&J's getting pot 2. Yeah, there's still Gil in the mix, by the way. I've got to give a
Right.
shout out to Gil. Still there.
Spin it again, right? Group B, joining K10, we have...
You said it. You said it.
You've said it. You said it, Adam.
You said it. He said
Oh, Adam.
it. He says it's fine. I can see in his eyes. It's
he's-
not fine.
He's got pain here.
It's not fine.
Right, for Group C, joining Make-A-Wish, we have... Invictum.
Oh my. Invictum have had so many
Yeah.
roster changes in the last
Obviously,
few days.
Invictum as well playing with the standing, if I'm not mistaken.
And then,
right?
and then, are we going to
Yeah.
spin it
2 or 3.
anyway?
Yeah,
Gentex, they could,
Go to Group D.
Cool.
That's a close one. It's a close one, I think, guys.
Yes, sir.
Right, going on to Pool C. Right,
C.
joining Puffle Pals and
know they
GK
are.
But Good, we have... For NR Disposal.
You three.
I'm just reading them off. Production's told me we've got to speed these. So production's go again.
Speed these, yeah.
K10 will be playing.
Right, joining K10 Souls Land.
I need more bullets.
I need more bullets.
Yeah, I'm gonna get put in this group as well. I'm gonna have a great
That's
day.
Bronx and them, yeah.
This is going
that's
well,
Nem.
isn't it? I promise this is not
Yeah.
rigged.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Right,
And
joining
Taz.
Make-A-Wish and Invictum in Group C, we have...
That one's Link.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Link's team.
Pot 3, fair enough.
The Bold, the Gothic, and I believe there's another bit on the end, but I cannot remember what it is off the top of my head.
Squid
Squid
Nose.
Nose, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Squid Nose.
There you
Right.
go. Who's in Group D?
Astro, Zimmer.
Group D,
Link.
Raptors and
On-screen.
Gentex have, of course... What a surprise.
Chuckle
I tell you what, the mix names never get old, do they?
No, they
There's
don't.
just so many like new
How do you
I
guys-
absolutely
names.
love it when
How do you guys
CS
come up
comes
with
to
these
Yeah.
names?
I
I'm
don't know.
genuinely curious and slightly harrowed.
The question is, are we in pot 4?
Right, pot
Chuckle
4,
store.
up we come.
Oh. Who's going in Group A?
Group A,
What? We're pot 5 or 6?
Frogians. Frogians?
Not gonna be serious.
Cool, production giving us a nice little mouse wave. Oh,
Hello.
I've lost the wheel. Okay, it's back. Okay.
The wheel.
That got scary for a second.
Spin the
Flow
wheel.
state in Group B.
Oh,
Is
they've
that?
increased the speed.
Flow state.
Flow State have joined Group B with K10, Soulsland, and I need more bullets. God, this is getting difficult to keep up. Why
Flow
do we
state
need to
is
do all of this?
Bish,
like-
LTA.
Right, Group
yeah.
C, we
The
have
UK ICDL.
Ross Kemp Bowl.
Oh, the ball
Ah,
guys.
Eden's team.
Yes.
They're
Shout
not
out
going
to
to
them.
cause much mischief, are they?
To be honest, it depends on the day, but I think
And
like,
then
they
this
actually have
one,
like
which-
not bad players. I will give them that. So.
I'm not reading this one out loud for
Jeff-
fear of my career.
Jeffrey
but-
Ristine.
Yeah,
that
that
one.
one. Oh, look at this! They can see us now.
Oh, now you
Oh.
see us on the screen. See?
Pot 5, are we going to get there?
I said I.
So we're,
Holding
how
my
many
breath.
pots have we got?
8
Come on!
Jesus.
Let's go. Right, joining Group A, we
Amen.
have... Oh,
Oh.
Algorithm.
Algorithm.
If it's Group B, it's done.
Adam's predicted.
I'm packing
his
up
group,
now.
yeah.
Right,
This is, yeah.
joining them in Group B is...
It is.
Oh, hold on,
It
hold on,
is.
hold on.
No.
Oh,
Oh. Hey.
I celebrated.
That is so rigged.
Yeah.
So rigged.
I would like to
Finn's
confirm this
cooked
is
something.
not
I don't know what it is,
Yeah,
but
I know
I
what
see
he's
the
done.
grin.
Yeah.
Right, Group
That's
C,
me going
we
up.
have.
Ins as it is.
I cannot hear you. 1 second.
Left lean gang.
Left lean gang. Right, and of course we have how do I
Left
pronounce
lean
this one?
is Kezem
I dash
Nasri
underscore
and
I dash.
Ah, yeah. This is the yeah. Nice. Whoever they are.
That's yeah, that's a difficult
Frosties.
one.
Yeah, it's got all the Frosties in it. There's so many
Yeah,
Frosties.
there's 3, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
3 different
Right.
Frosties across
There was
3
one
different
fan in
teams.
the
On to the
background
next
over
pot.
there.
We should only have 2 more pots left.
Have we?
Nope, 3 more.
I was going to
Sorry,
say,
I'm
I thought
not
it was
gonna
8
math.
pots, yeah? So it's pot 6.
Joining
Oh.
Group A, we have the Book Club.
Well, that's a decent team. What are they doing down there?
Right. Joining Group B, the Group of Death is what I might start. The Group of Death
Definitely group of
is
death.
Oh, the book club's got canny, that's
Temporary
why.
Fire. Okay.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Temporary
That's
fire.
that's a rough group. That's
Yeah, it's definitely shaping up to be the group of death. yeah,
It is,
It was the group of death from like 3
I'm
teams
so sorry,
in. I
Group
was
B.
like,
Right, Group C, we have the Last
yeah.
Resort.
This is Jackie's team.
Byfield.
Yeah. Snods.
Yeah. The name change.
And then
Oh, yeah, Snods into Byfield, yeah.
and then
And
we
obviously
have
Weenie Hut.
Weenie Hut
Weenie
in
Hut.
Group D.
Juniors.
Right, 2 more pots, and then I swear everyone can go to the bar, and we can be
Go
done
to
with
bed.
this.
Go to bed.
True. When do you guys have your first game tomorrow? When
10
is it?
a.m.
Oh.
Is it actually 10 a.m.? Oh,
So-
Finn.
Joining
Finn.
Group A, we have
10
Flashing
a.m.
Somewhere.
Is the first game at 10?
Is there 11? 10. 10
Yeah,
o'clock.
We're getting like 2
Unbelievable.
hours.
Right,
Unlucky.
Group B, we have joining the Group of Death,
And
the
K10.
Bin Men and K10. We
Oh.
have
Whoa.
Valiance.
It's that Spicer, JRW, Shots God, Rye, and Ghetto.
It's good that you have the list because I don't.
I do, yeah, because I've got my phone in front of me, just in case.
Phone on stage, tut tut tut. So unprofessional.
Well, if this screen was working, you could have had them all up there.
Joining Group C, we have
Tokugawa.
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 I will try right
Which
now.
is Chief, Luke, LK, Jorna Britty, and Swanee.
Fair play.
Right, and then we have, of course, the sharp-dressed men. I
Well,
know
we
a
all
couple
know
of your
who
friends
sharp
are in
these
there.
dressed men are.
Yeah.
Oh, Tyler.
Oh, Tyler, my goat. Of course. My goat.
On the subject of Tyler and the Bin Men, I believe there's a show match that I do just want to highlight again.
We do
Saturday,
need to-
3 p.m. Be there or be square.
Oh.
It is going to be one of the best matches of Epic, then, I think.
How
think
much
it'll
have
be-
you raised so far?
I think we're over 1.3 now on our page. So yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
job, guys.
Thank you. Yeah, awesome.
And what's the donation link?
It will be on the Twitter at BimNCSGO or at Granny's Knockers, one of the two. The pin tweet should be both, so you can go and click on the link there.
Brilliant. There you go. That's for all the viewers at
Right.
Of course.
Now,
The
can
two.
we get a little bit of a drum roll for the final one, please? It's Pool 8. You know, it's been...
Pool
it's been
8,
going-
is it?
Pool 8, Pool 9. I don't
God.
know. How far are we? I can't count. I've got too many... It's too many words.
Too many words. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it is Pool 8. Okay, right. Pool 8, the final one, right. Going for Group
Give
A.
me it. Give me it.
Are
Go
we
on.
ready?
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Litter Pickers, that's
The Litter Pickers.
the B-Tech Min-Men team. So shout out to them for turning up.
Is that associated with the Bin Men? Or
A couple of the guys from Litter Pickers are part of the
Okay.
Min-Men, like Banner's playing in it, I think. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow, okay. Going on to Group B, Group of Death.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm quite sad though that the Granny's Knockers aren't playing Granny's Knockers for good. That would have been quite cinematic.
Yeah, that would have been.
Joining
Yeah, there's gonna be some
the
dodgy rigging if
horrendous
that
group
was
B
them,
is
so.
Test School. I've seen their sort of logos. Looking pretty good. They are unfortunately.
They've actually got a Tesco logo
They've
as
actually
their
got
logo.
the Tesco logo.
That's Psy, Sog,
They
X1,
they
X
can
Sierra,
have
and
fun with
Diamond.
this group in style.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know they're here for fun. I was chatting to Si earlier. He's saying
Right.
that they're here for a good laugh. So.
Are they? Good.
Yeah.
And then
As
the
everyone should be.
penultimate
Yeah,
one.
oh yeah, definitely.
The
we go.
penultimate, the only real last spin that's got any sort of
Yeah.
Actual consequence,
actual
yeah?
consequence.
It's Diablo
Diablo
versus Granny
Granny's.
Knockers
Of course,
here.
it's Granny's Knockers is right there.
Yeah.
Right, should we spin the wheel one last time? Or
Spin the wheel. That's the wheel
that is the
spinning.
wheel. And it looks
And
like
it's
Diablo.
Woo! They're
And
a
then,
Welsh
should we
team.
spin the wheel just out of formality for Granny? So out of
Obviously.
pity.
Gotta be done,
Out of
doesn't it?
respect,
Yeah. I like the sad music going.
Yeah.
It's quite. Who would have seen that one coming? So,
Well, at least
Granny's
it's not an
Knockers
hour's
join
version of,
Group
like,
D.
Phil Collins.
So, our groups are in Group A, Puffle Pals, Granny Knockers But Good, For in Our Disposal, Froggians, Algorithm, The Book Club, Flashing Somewhere, and Litter Pickers. That's your thoughts on that one?
Decent group. I think like it's the problem is though is obviously the whole discussion in the lead up to this has literally just been about like it's a new game, anyone can do anything. Like as Adam was saying, like nothing's stopping anyone from buying 5 Mac 10s and running at you. And like the well-disciplined teams could get caught out. Those that are like lesser experienced, but maybe like the pug player or whatever, like you can benefit from this land because there hasn't been a lot of time for teams to prep in the new game. Like map pools aren't going to be solid. You're not going to have like, especially when it comes to playoffs and the BO3s, like, you know, some teams will be well prepped for that, but it isn't just directly copy paste from Go to 2. So.
Right, then we've got Group B, Group of Death, K10, Souls Land, I Need More Bullets,
Yeah.
Flow State, The Bin Men,
Oh,
Temporary
Adam.
Fire, Valiance, and Test School.
That is the group of death. B for death, not D this time. So.
Yeah, unfortunately. But you've got a good chance of getting out of that group, surely. You're not going to lose that many games.
No, absolutely. We're still confident we'll top the group. Like, but like, it's just I feel bad for the other teams, you know, because they're unfortunately not going to be
Yeah,
top.
the
But
big men.
like, it's a really interesting group because like we get to play against Soulsand, who we played like 3 days ago. So it's basically a rematch of that. And
Did you
then
win?
yeah, we won like 13-6. But like,
Nice.
but they also upset Raptors like 2 days ago as well in that. So had to bring it up. Yeah.
Of course you did.
But yeah.
Gotta get
Well,
one over
but
it.
honestly, we'll see how it goes, and yeah, it'll be interesting for sure, definitely.
All right, Group C, we have Make-A-Wish, Invictum, The Bolds, and then I didn't write down the rest, I'll be honest, but The Bolds, Ross Kemp Bolds, so there's a bit of a theme going on here. Left Line Gang, The Last Resort, Tokugawa, Tokugawa, and Diablo. That's going to be a fun one for the casters.
That is going to be a definite fun one for the casters.
Yep.
And
We've got some cool casters here today.
I think there's kind of a couple of surprising teams in there that could upset.
Yeah, I definitely think like that group could have like 3 different teams that could finish first and second,
Definitely.
which just means that the upper bracket and lower bracket will
be
get
screwed.
skewed completely. So I think that group could decide like which team from a Raptors or a K10 group could like face the second place of the top group in that. So I think that'll be an interesting group for sure.
And then our final group, Group D, Raptors, Gentex, Chucklestorm, Jeffrey Rizstein, I-I-I, I'm not saying the rest of it, Weenie Hut, Sharp Dressed Men, and Granny's Knockers.
It's probably the most like funny team group. Like there's so
Yeah.
many like meme names.
That,
in there.
I'm looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be a fun group.
Hope that I_I gets get on stream. That'll be fun for the casters as well.
Yeah.
But I think for at least Group B, I feel like is the only group that I can kind of say like these are the top 4. These shouldn't be the top 4. The others, like as Adam was saying, like upsets could happen left, right, and centre. And the way it works is obviously the top 2 teams go into the upper bracket, and then 3rd and 4th start in the lowers. Which obviously, like coinciding with that is that some teams are going to have trouble when it comes to the like round 1 games because there could be an upset of a pot 1 team in Group C, and they have to play the lower bracket and start in the 3rd place in the lowers, and then one of these teams that have just scraped through the groups are then going to get smashed by this team that realistically shouldn't be there but just had a bad group day.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
Very, very interesting.
Very interesting.
There's a lot of CS. a lot.
Yeah,
well,
it
CS is quite heavy anyway. Like
Yeah.
We did a
Epic.
little, we did a little ask about who was in the crowd earlier, and there was quite an overwhelming number of people in for CS. We've got a lot of teams here,
As it should be.
as it should be, as it should be.
32
But
teams.
Best till last, as they say.
we probably need to get you guys home because you've got, as you said, matches at 10 in the morning.
We've got
nice
team
early
practice,
start.
sorry. Yeah.
You got to get that. Fair enough. But thank you very much for joining us. Would you
Thank
guys
you.
like your dramatic exit as well?
Yeah,
Do you
John
want to go off the front as well? Right. Off you guys go. Thank you for joining
Thank you,
us.
boys.
Right.
Esports.
Yep. We couldn't go without it.
Esports.
Can we get one live?
Esports.
There we go.
Esports.
Oh, brilliant.
Esports.
I've created
This is
some-
just what happened in the meeting the other night.
It was what happened in the
Literally the
meeting.
soundboard just going
The
off.
staff meeting ended. They re-enabled soundboard, and then for the next 5 minutes was that.
Esports.
Yeah. But thank you everyone for coming along to talk. We hope you enjoyed and hopefully found this insightful in some regards. A little bit of a look back at the history of Epic Land, a look forward as well. And good luck to everyone competing. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow for the games.
Esports.
Hello, Overclockers, and welcome. Oh, screw this. Where's EPIC when you need him?